such an achievement for me. I have really big goals. I cannot believe it, but it is literally the last weekend of June, which means I am in dire need of a monthly reset. I haven't done one of these in so long. I think we need to bring them back because I have been feeling really overwhelmed and just kind of like all over the place at the moment. I feel like there's so much going on right now and I need to just get everything down. I need to plan. July is a big month for me because I have a big trip coming up. So I need to do a lot of planning. I'm going to pop on the screen my to-do list because there is quite a bit to get through in this video and I need to do all of it in a Sunday afternoon. So with a bit of luck and hopefully with you here to motivate me, I will be able to get everything done. First thing on the list for our monthly reset is actually to do a quick flat reset. So I already did the big clean yesterday. Well, I say me and Alex did it together. I did all of that yesterday, but somehow overnight we've managed to make a mess again. So I just want to quickly whip round, tidy all of that up, put a couple of wash loads on, and then we can get into the nitty gritty of the planning stage, which I think I'm the most excited for. That is done. I have changed my top because I was feeling a little bit hot and sweaty, so I just wanted to get into a fresh top. That did not take me long at all. That took me like 10 minutes just to get everything away and cleaned up. So that actually feels so much better now that's done. But now I really want to sit and have a little think about June. What I accomplished in June, what do I want to focus on next month? As I said, next month is quite a busy month for me because I'm going to New York. I can't wait, but also it's such a big trip. There's a lot to do and I need to get everything organized and everything done before I go away. So that is part of the plan. Obviously, I'm going to be using my iPad to plan because you know how obsessed I am with my iPad at the moment. But what I love about the template that I have, so I have a June planner that I bought from Etsy. I'm going to pop some info in the description box down below if you want to get yourself a lovely planner, because I actually just bought the mid-year planner, so it's going to be the same. For June, there is a section for June reflection, and that is the bit that I'm going to be filling out right now. So it's got these questions on there and it's just going to basically prompt me to have a little think about what I thought about June and what do I want to do differently next month. So I'm going to fill this out and then we can check back in once I've got all my information in. Okay, June reflection is done, so let's go through it. So I thought of 3 highlights for June, and the first one that I've written down is that I actually got in contact with a Pilates studio about observing classes and for my Pilates instructor qualification. So just briefly, in case you're new to my channel and you haven't seen my videos before, I'm actually studying to be a stock Pilates instructor, so it's a very intense course and I have to do a lot of in-person training, teaching and also observing classes. So I got in contact with the studio about observing some classes there because they're a stock studio, and I actually managed to secure some classes to cover, which is really exciting. So I think that was a really big highlight for June. I also managed to get onto some reformer classes, so I actually participated in those classes, but I've put it down as a highlight because it's not something that I can afford to do all of the time, because obviously reformer is so expensive. So it was really nice that I managed to set aside some money for that this month. And my third highlight is that I spent a lot of time with family and friends, and I think that is something that always makes me feel really good. So I'm glad that I managed to do that. So then going on to my top accomplishments, I've come up with 3. So my first one is that I hit 9k on Instagram, which is such an achievement for me. I can't believe I'm so close to 10k followers. Obviously it's not about the numbers, but it just feels really nice when your content is getting recognized and people obviously enjoy your content to follow you. I just think that's really nice and it feels like an achievement for me. This is something that is a hobby for me, but I absolutely love it. So the fact that you guys enjoy my content makes me so happy. So yeah, that is a accomplishment of mine. The second accomplishment was booking cover classes, and then the last one I've put is that I stayed on top of my habits and workouts. At the beginning of June, I set myself a goal to do at least 3 to 4 workouts a week. The only week where I haven't done that is this week, where it has been too hot. in the UK to do it, and I've not been feeling very well. So that's the only week that I didn't, but I've ticked it off because I've still been very consistent and I'm very proud of myself for that. In terms of what I'm going to do differently next month, I want to stay more on top of my content next month, because last month I found myself getting a little bit like stressed and overwhelmed with like the amount of stuff that I needed to do, and I just felt like there were times I was just sort of like scrambling to get something to post, and I don't want that next month. I also need to be better with my money because I overspent, and like I know I have New York coming up, so it's been expensive trying to get outfits, but I think I just need to sit down and actually budget. So that is something that I want to do as part of my planning for July this month, just to make sure that I don't overspend again. Living in London is very expensive and it's so easy to overspend. So I think I just need to be a little bit clearer on my budget this month. And the last one is that I want to spend less time doom scrolling, because I spend too much time on my phone, and next month I don't want to do that. I want to be present, I want to enjoy my holiday, and I want to feel not as anxious as last month, because the more time I spend on my phone, the more anxious I am. So those are my highlights, accomplishments, and what I'm going to do differently for July. Before we plan July, I need to decide what books I'm going to be reading. Okay, so I've got my TBR cart here because we need to choose which books we're going to be reading in July. Just to quickly recap June, I have only been rereading the Throne of Glass series. So I've not actually read anything that was on my June TBR. However, I did start reading Fever Dream. So this is the book club book of the month for June. So this is the book that I will be finishing June on. So I'd really like to finish the Throne of Glass series. So I currently have Crown of Midnight, Empire of Storms, Tower of Dawn, and Kingdom of Ash to read. So that's still like 4 books, and these are chunky books. So those are the books I think I will probably spend the most time reading in July, because I just want to finish the series. I absolutely love it. I've been having the best time rereading it. So that is my focus. We'll also be reading something together as part of the book club. If you're not part of my book club, by the way, it's free to join. Just join down in the description box. It's on Fable, so you can read every single month of us. And I don't know what we're going to be picking yet, but I think it will probably be like a romance, or I don't know. We've got quite a mix of genres to go in the poll for this month, so I'm not 100% sure what we're going to be reading. Aside from that, because I want to take my time with the Throne of Glass series, I think I'm just going to pick maybe 3 books from my physical TBR. So let's use the TBR jar to help us pick something to read next month. Whether or not I actually get round to reading anything, I do not know, but it's still fun to pick what we're going to read. I'll let you see what it's... Oh no, it's not focusing, is it? There we go. A book with a person on the cover. Okay, let's have a look and see what we've got. I actually probably have quite a few books with people... Do you know what I really want to read? Is Yesteryear. This has got a person on the cover. So that was so easy, literally straight away. He's got a person on the cover, so let's look at it in straight away with Yesteryear, because this is a book I've been dying to read. I've seen so many good things about it. I've seen a couple of bad things about it, but more good things than bad. So I'm quite excited to get to this. I just think it's a bit of me. Like, it just seems unhinged and I just want to read it. Let's pick book number 2. Try and get like right in the bottom so we get something new. A book by an author I haven't read before. That's quite a good prompt. I actually have quite a few on my TBR that I haven't read. So I've got Beth O'Leary, The No-Show. I haven't read any of Beth O'Leary's books before, but this feels like a good, easy romance, and this could be quite a good option for holiday read as well, because it seems like it's just going to be super fun. It's basically about these girls who go on dates with the same guy, but he like never shows up. So I think it will be quite interesting to see how that plays out. And let's lock in this one with The No-Show, Beth O'Leary. And then let's pick book number 3. I basically like don't want to pick too many because I have a feeling I'm going to get locked in again with the Throne of Glass reread, and I don't want to be disappointed when I haven't got to my books from my TBR, so I don't want to go too overboard. A book by an author of mine. Oh, I actually have quite a few. Do you know what? I feel like I'm in a romance. I'm in a romance mood. So let's go with Abby Jimenez, The Night That We Met, because I think this is, again, it's going to be a really easy book to read alongside my heavy fantasy-based month with the Throne of Glass series. So yeah, let's lock in this one. Okay, so just to recap then, the books that I'm going to be reading in July, it is the rest of the Throne of Glass series with Queen of Shadows, Tower of Dawn, Empire of Storms, and Kingdom of Ash. I've literally just said that off the top of my head, so I hope that's correct. Then we've also got Yesteryear, which I think is kind of like a thrillery book. I think it's a thriller. I'm not 100% sure, so that should be good. Then we have The No-Show by Beth O'Leary, which again, I think will be quite a good book to read. And also The Night That We Met by Abby Jimenez. Do you know what I'm actually loving about all of these books is that somewhere in them, they've all got yellow. And that matches my nails. So that makes me feel quite satisfied for this month. Okay, so let's plan for July then. We know what we're going to be reading, so that is really important. I'm glad that we ticked that off. I'm going to have a look at the month in overview. So I have this kind of like calendar. I don't know if you can see calendar. I'm going to go through, add in any appointments, my holiday dates, anything else that I've got going on is going to go on here. And then I will then look at my overview, so my goals for the month, my intentions, priorities, goals, my big to-do list, because there's going to be a lot that I need to put on here. And then the last little bit for the planning will be to fill out my vision board, because I want to really be clear on my goals and my intentions for next month so that I can go into it feeling really organised and on track of everything. Okay, July is planned and I've gone through my overview. So I have my goals and my priorities all set. So should we go through it? I feel like we should. My top priority is to finish prepping for New York. That's basically all I want to focus on, at least at the beginning of the month. I don't feel prepared yet. So that's my main focus. My 3 goals of this month are to stick to 3 to 4 workouts a week, finish the Throne of Glass series, and to hit 10K on Insta. We hit 9K last month. I don't see why we can't hit 10K this month. So those are my goals. I feel like I'm starting to lose steam a little bit. So I need to do something a little bit more creative, and I'm going to plan out my July vision board. Of course, to do that, we need to have a little scroll through Pinterest. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I did not finish everything that I wanted to do yesterday. I ended up getting quite anxious and overwhelmed, so I just needed to take a break. As much as it's so good to look at your vision board and your goals and reflect on the last month and things like that, I think that is so good to be done and it is really helpful. But I think on the same hand, it kind of just reminds me that I'm not where I want to be, and I have really big goals and really big things that I want to achieve. And sometimes when I look at my vision board or when I look at the things that I want to happen, I worry so much that I'm not going to get there. You know, I don't know if maybe you feel like this as well at the moment, but sometimes I just feel like I am so far from where I want to be, and it just makes me feel a bit overwhelmed. Yeah, and I think yesterday I just sort of started to spiral a little bit, so I ended up not finishing my vision board. I just needed to step away and take a break, which is absolutely fine to do, and I'm really glad that I did, because I've come back today and I'm feeling so much better and fresher and I have a new mindset. I haven't yet finished my vision board, but I have added a little bit more to it. I've kind of been dipping in and out of it. So plan of action this afternoon is to fill this page completely with other pictures. Then I will show you my vision board at the end. Okay, it is finally done. done. I am so happy with the way, let's ignore my hair by the way, I've just thrown it up in a clip, but I am so happy with how it came out. I think it is exactly how I want my summer and my July to look. I think this is probably more of like a summer vision board. I don't know if I'll do this every single month because it honestly has taken me so long, but I'll do some like little close-ups so you can see is on my vision board. So in the top corner, I've got some pictures for New York. So these are some things that we want to do while we're in New York. So like the picnic one, we want to have a picnic and ride a bike around Central Park, and then obviously I want to get some pictures of like the airplane and stuff like that, so that's why I've got those in there. Next to that, I've got sort of like my content kind of part of the vision board. So this is really where I want to focus a lot this month, is getting back into posting a little bit more consistently, especially on Instagram, because I tend to get busy and then I don't always have time, but I really want to push my Instagram. And I also have a little note there that says less time consuming, more time creating, and that is literally because I find that my creativity kind of dies a little bit if I spend too much time scrolling and watching other people's content. And I always think that I feel better about my content and better about myself if I create more and scroll less. I've got some bookish things. So obviously I said that I want to finish Throne of Glass. So that's my kind of section there for that goal. I've got sort of like my wellness and like my healthy kind of pictures here. So that's like my inspiration. So when I get back into journaling, obviously my digital planning, I'm really good with that, but I want to keep that up. And then also waking up early every day and being really consistent with my sleep routine, eating better, being really active. I really want that kind of side to be on point this month. And then in the last little section is just some kind of like inspiration for how I want my summer to be. So I want lots of color in my summer. I want to dress colorfully. I want to do lots of reading and obviously some iced coffee. And my friend drinks matcha. Whenever I see my friend, I get coffee and she gets matcha. So that's why that's there. So yeah, that is the vision board. I'm so happy with how it came out. I think it is exactly how I want this next month to look. Hopefully when it comes to August, I will be able to look back on July and be so happy that I did everything that I wanted to do. I think that calls for the end of this video. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with me. I hope you enjoyed resetting, and hopefully this gives you a little bit of inspiration to reset for your life as well. I think I'm going to try and bring these back monthly because this was actually so fun and I really enjoyed it. Let me know if that is something that you want to see, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. But thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely day. Thank you. Bye.